You have an indication on the outside rearview mirror. You also have the indication in the speedometer console. The bike tells you there's something behind you in a blind spot. Do not take a turn, do not change lanes, be careful. So that is standard across the versions you pick from. A riding session of around 20 kilometers in mixed flowing conditions, a couple of red lights, is 43 watt-hour per kilometer. What does that mean? The X47 can go 230 kilometers on a full single charge. It's loaded with technology, it's safe for you, and then you will not get bored. There's so much to change or fiddle with or toggle in terms of information on the screen. Fighter, yes, fighter, that is what Ultraviolette has been from day number one in the Indian market. The F77, for example, is known not only in the Indian market, but globally for the technology, for the performance, for the tech on offer. And now Ultraviolette wants to go into a step further into sort of a more mass segment to a wider audience with the X47. Now, this is largely based on the Pro 1 F77 platform, but yes, it's a crossover, so a lot of change. I've been riding the bike since morning. I spent a lot of time understanding why this is becoming so popular. Now, I'm someone who is into dual-purpose motorcycles. In the last decade or so, I have owned motorcycles like the Baby GS, the Adventure, the Himalayan, and so on. I've also booked a Deset for the right reasons. And when I came to the showroom in the morning to pick up the motorcycle, I had all the memories of riding dual-purpose motorcycles, and I took it for a spin. Now, this is best for soft trails. Let me just clear the air for you over here. It's something that will give you more confidence when the road becomes bad or you need to go slightly off the road, or for a Sunday morning chai and then a 10-minute off-the-road expedition. But that's about it. It's going to spend its time on tarmac. That's what I've done today. It's going to spend time in traffic conditions for you to commute. I've done that. High-speed commuting as well on the open part of the Dwarka Expressway. I did that. And of course, we threw in a set of twisties. The one near Gurgaon, we did that. And at the end of the day, towards the evening right now, I want to discuss what I feel about the X47. Should you be spending, depending upon the version, 2.5 or 4 lakh rupees? This is the Desert Wing edition. Should you be spending your money on an electric motorcycle? Yes, and why? No, and why? Let's start this video. First of all, the important numbers, and numbers is something that people would want to know when they are investing into electric two-wheeler or electric motorcycle. There are 2 battery packs, which I am assuming you know by now. You must have done some kind of homework about the X47. We have the Desert Wing with the 10.3 kilowatt-hour battery pack. The figure on the screen right now, after a riding session of around 20 kilometers in mixed flowing conditions, a couple of red lights, is 43 watt-hour per kilometer. What does that mean? The X47 can go 230 kilometers on a full single charge, 80 rupees and 230 kilometers. That is the first figure I want to talk to you about. Next, how is the performance? Remember, it's a heavy motorcycle after all, over 200 kgs because the battery is huge. Yet 0 to 60 and 80 and 100 in all the 3 modes is coming up for you. And then the kind of top speeds we can expect because we have 3 modes. These figures, let's start right away. Now, I do agree that if you have a motorcycle of the same pricing, a 250cc motorcycle, for example, that will be quicker to 100 and beyond. But below that, this is the king. It's noiseless. I mean, no vibrations, anyway, which is nice. The issue comes from the sound of the powertrain, which I discussed from behind the helmet. There are basically 5 versions to pick from: the original, original plus, Recon Plus, and then the Desert King. This is something that stands out on the actual bike you purchase, Desert King. You'll have a dash cam, you'll have knuckle guards, you'll have panniers. That is missing on the media unit for now, but it looks wow, right? Even if you go into the entry-level version at 2.5 lakh rupees at Showroom Delhi, it looks wow, it looks substantial, it looks big. I stand 6 feet tall. It feels aptly comfortable for a person of my height like this. Even if I get a pillion behind me, Julian, he's 5'9", if he comes and sits behind me, you can make out how comfortable we are. So for your Sunday morning rides or a weekend quick ride to a destination nearby with your better half, your friends, you will feel at home. Do you have space?
Yes, enough.
Are the grab handles accessible?
Very much.
And look at this, I have my own space to move my legs and feet to tiptoe in traffic conditions. So pillion point of view, size point of view, it's sorted. Thank you, Julian. And carrying on further, the tech on offer, the safety aids on offer. I told you, Ultraviolette has been a great fighter in this segment. We haven't heard issues or problems with the technology they bring to the table. Now this one, depending on the version you pick, 10 region levels, 4 levels of traction control. Then you have dual channel ABS, which you can switch to a mono or a single channel ABS in case you want to have fun off the road. You have 3 riding modes. You have the option of an inbuilt charger by paying some extra amount of money. You can approach Ultraviolette's Supernova chargers to juice up 20 to 80% battery in 60 minutes. So all that tech also comes onto the table. I told you it's the Pro One F77 platform, but a few things are changed. It's more relaxed riding position. My triangle, once again, I'll get onto the bike. Wide handlebars, slightly sporty seating position, but not aggressive. Being in the saddle since morning, I don't feel any ache or fatigue in the lower back or the arms. Upright and comfortable.
So it takes a while to wake up, but in the meantime, you can still start it from here and you're good to go. Yeah, so been into lately a lot of electric 4-wheelers in terms of the rides and expeditions we are doing. The links are currently in the section below, but electric motorcycle for the first time properly as in a proper ride. I don't know if you can make out or not. First that will hit you is the noise. From the power change, it's a bit on the noisier side as I would have anticipated. But nevertheless, I'll start with the experience in twisties, in hills. Sort of top heavy, the battery pack. But once you get used to it, you can have your share of enjoyment and fun with the bike. Just remember to work on the region levels. If it's set to a very high level, whenever you go off the throttle, you'll go down like this. So be careful on that. But yeah, it's enjoyable. Some shots on your screen. Didn't go flat out fast, but more in an enjoyable manner, which people will do if you have set of hills around your house for a Sunday ride. Why not? The X47 is gonna keep you happy. Those were stretch of bricks, and that's where you feel suspension could have been slightly better. Don't get me wrong, 170 millimeters is a good travel, but the sharp undulations or again the brick road, they get felt easily. You can even make out from my voice, but yeah, again you can stand on the pegs and that will solve it. Otherwise suspension is nice, handling is predictable, doesn't scare you. In spite of the block pattern tires, you can go into a corner curve slightly faster and it will take care of that. But not everyone has a set of hills or twisties near his or her home. What happens on normal roads? On normal roads, start to the sound, it's slightly on the noisier side, and my assumption is living with the bike, that might start, on longer rides, start irritating you. But if you have a music setup like I have in my helmet right now, just turn on your music and you should be good to go. 3 riding modes, Each works very well. I have been largely in the glide mode. Uh, just keep in mind it is more of an eco mode. So yeah, you have a lot of torque and power on paper. This flat out is not very fast. Look at the acceleration, 40, 50. So yeah, on paper, a lot of power and torque, but this is sort of an eco mode to get the max in terms of your range on offer. You can make out on the left side, the efficiency is 52 watt hour per kilometer. Basically means from the 10.3 kilowatt hour battery pack, you can get 200 if you are gentle with the right wrist on the glide mode. But the top speed is capped, Once again, flat out, look at the way it's rising. It will go on to hit 90 if you are a light rider and not a tall rider. With me, I stand 6 feet tall. Let's see if we can do 90. It happened in the morning. But I eventually, glide is limited to 90 only. And next is the combat mode. You can change from this button. It will not happen with the throttle on. You have to shut the throttle and then you have the combat mode. You look at this, the yellow line coming in, that's to warn you something is happening behind you. The car was behind me and the radar works very well. I'll again show it to you. Now once the car comes closer to me, on the mirror this and on the speedometer, you'll have an indication that there's something in your blind spot. Look at this. Really useful. It's a standard fit feature. Anyways, look at the situation in the combat now. The way it's rising, as compared to glide, really rising, and you go on to hit 125 in combat, which is more than enough. 10 levels of regen, I can do that on the move through the toggle switch. Currently in R4, region 4, can go into 5, 6, 7, 8, but I'll be back to 4 or 5. So regen levels can be shifted on the move. You cannot toggle using the buttons or the information. That only happens as standstill as a safety feature. And after driving position, very comfortable since morning. Good motorcycle, better than I anticipated. Even the seat looks thin, but offers reasonable comfort for, say, a non-stop ride of 90 minutes or 120 minutes. Offers you reasonable comfort. I'm very particular about seat comfort on motorcycles, but trust me, this is nice. The outside mirrors are very usable, very practical. In spite of my large body frame, I have a clear view of what's happening behind me. Again, you can see the light coming in for a while with the next one behind me. So yeah, wide mirrors, very useful. This is how mirrors should be on a motorcycle. Other manufacturers need to learn, and of course it's EV, no engine, so vibration free nature. This is more of aesthetics, doesn't help at all for people like me. I still have the wind coming onto my chest and onto my shoulder. You need to get used to the fact that there is no clutch on the left side. Just forget this. You have your foot brake for the rear brake, you have your hand brake for the front brake. So that's something you need to get used to it. In the morning I was in proper rush hour traffic in Delhi going towards Gurgaon. Mostly in the glide mode. The part delivery is not too jerky. It's smooth enough to really handle those slow traffic situations. Of course, if you're with a pillion, gaining gaps will be difficult in glide. You will have to be in combat, and combat 2 is not jerky. When you are going off power and back to the power, it's not very jerky. And the trick is to basically have fun, but your range really comes down. So be careful on that. Long left. Let me go slightly faster. This is nice. And it's a good looking motorcycle. It turns the heads easily. Let me just go back into my glide mode to just save some battery because our return point is far away. I'm already at 45%. But you can glide along in traffic. 60-70, you can just glide along in traffic. You are alone with no weight of the pillion. Very much usable, and will help you get that extra juice for the battery.
Safety, one more thing on offer, the most affordable motorcycle in the Indian market with a radar as standard. It's right over here at the back, just below the indicators. Basically, it's got a detection of almost 200 meters away from you. In terms of the field, it carries 150 degrees for horizontal and 68 degrees for vertical. What happens is, a lot of times you want to change lanes or take a turn and we don't see this vehicle in a blind spot. There are always blind spots, right? The mirrors are good, but there are sometimes blind spots. If that happens, you have an indication on the outside rearview mirror. You also have the indication in the speedometer console. The bike tells you there's something behind you in a blind spot. Do not take a turn, do not change lanes, be careful. So that is standard across the versions you pick from. I also told you the ride is pretty comfortable, 170mm of travel up front, at the back. You have these block pattern tires, you have 200mm of ground clearance. So in case the need arises or you want to slightly go off the road on a small trail with your off-road buddies, this will not disappoint you. Again, you can be in the glide or the combat mode. Ballistic is basically slightly jerky for off-the-road situations. But yeah, it's a bike with multiple personalities. You can definitely commute on a daily basis. Definitely a long Sunday morning or Sunday evening ride. It's loaded with technology. It's safe for you. And then you will not get bored. There's so much to change or fiddle with or toggle in terms of information on the screen. You will not get bored with the X47 as a long-term ownership experience. This is one of the better brands in the segment. Trust me on that. Ultraviolette has literally been foolproof for the kind of customers it has had in the last few years. And going forward, you have the X47. You will have a proper off-the-road version as well. You have the Desert coming in. So in terms of future products, it is again sorted. Anything you want me to add in my video, something I've forgotten, please let me know in the comment section below. And all our electric car videos, the projects, the records, the travelogues are live on the channels. The links are in the description section below. Do have a look. In case you want a electric four-wheeler also, do have a look. But for now, what a date has been with the X47. Long due. We weren't on the official ride event. Long due and definitely worth it.